which brings us to our first guest of the day, assistant coach Cody Fieger on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Cody, welcome to the program. We're wondering why you aren't on an iceberg like Mark Pope.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing up there, but I think he should be coming back here soon.
That's Mark Pope's life, right? That statement? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect anything different, right?
Cody, do you guys carry flags with you at all times? So if at any moment you needed to do a video at a certain location, you have a flag to do it with?
No, I've never carried a flag with me before. So, no, I think that's just Coach Pope for sure.
Listen, Mark's going to mark. His personality was on full display in that. And it was fun as he takes a little vacation time. Who knows? Maybe there's someone in the transfer portal in Alaska or something he needs to visit. But the next Trajan Langdon or something, you know. So, obviously, last week the big news with BYU Hoops was Tejon Lucas signs, the Milwaukee guy. We had him on the program. He was fantastic. He said you emailed him 2 minutes after he entered the portal. So do you sit in the portal sometimes and then see a guy and then click away? Is that how it works?
No, just like every once in a while, like a couple times a day, I'll just hit refresh, and a name will pop up. And one time I just, at the luck of the draw, his name just popped up after I hit refresh. And I had his number from before when I recruited him at Utah Valley. So I had all of his family and all their numbers before. So I was able to get in contact with him right away, and he answered the phone, and then Coach Pope and the whole staff, we jumped all over it with him.
That's interesting. So walk me through what it's like on guys you miss on that maybe you get a second shot at later, like you just said, where, okay, yes, you miss on a guy now, but you may land him later, especially with the one-time transfer rule exception.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because never would think a guy would transfer twice, you know? So, you know, it's just you try to build a great relationship throughout the whole time you first start recruiting them. And, you know, if they choose another place, you just wish them luck and, you know, tell them that you're cheering for them. And then down the line, maybe if they jump in the portal again, maybe you can start recruiting them. But it's just, it's rare that happens.
Coach, when Tejon was on the show, he talked about his game, how he felt he fit with this team. And he also mentioned that that's one of the selling points from you guys as a coaching staff, that you were constantly letting him know how he would fit into your system. Give our listeners and our viewers an idea of how you see him fitting into what you guys want to do.
Yeah, we see him very similar to Brandon Avery.
Who's walking into your office?
That's Burge. Yeah.
Tell Coach Burge what's up.
Have him say hi. Chris, if you're going to interrupt, at least show up on camera.
He walked out already, guys.
Oh,
you heard you guys talking. He got nervous. So yeah, Tejon, you know, very similar to Brandon Avert's role. He's a dynamic playmaker. Somebody can really help run our offense. You know, he's just somebody that can really help the ball move. Loves to make the right play. He can score it at times. Oh yeah, here's Bert jumping.
I asked him to walk back.
There he is.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, fellas? I didn't know Cody was live.
Hey, I love the video of your kid doing the Trevor Bauer, man. That was pretty good.
Hey, it's at like 33,000 views. He's so hyped, but little brother's not happy.
Uh-oh, you're going to need to post something for the rest of the kids.
Little
Otherwise, there's going to be contention.
That's funny.
I do. Anyway, my fault. Sorry.
Hey, it's a 2-for-1 interview today.
It's a 2-for-1. Yeah. So, Cody, you were telling us about Tejon's, what he can add to the team this year. Do you anticipate, obviously, as a senior, like he's going to have to earn a starting role, but certainly that's a strong possibility, right?
Yeah, we think that he's going to have huge impact on this roster and on this team. I mean, he's a 6-year. He's going to be a 6th year in college, and he's kind of been through it all, right? He was in the Big Ten, in the Horizon League, started a lot of games in the Big Ten, and obviously he was an all-league guy in the Horizon. So he's got tons of experience. He knows what winning is all about, and that's one of the main reasons he wanted to come here. and he just saw, like, he's just really excited to be at BYU. Just there's a lot of great things going on here, and he's excited to be a part of this thing.
Cody, I know you guys are not in control of who says yes and who says no, but in terms of continual pursuit, how much more active do you guys expect to be in the transfer portal in terms of pursuing others?
We're looking at the transfer portal. We got one or two we're kind of playing with right now, just to kind of see. We're only going to take somebody if it's for sure going to help us take another big step in this program. So we're just trying to find the right fit, the right guy right now. But we're taking our time, just to make sure it's the right guy and exactly what we need. And, we'll fit for this team and Coach Pope, because we want to keep, some of the things that are really important to us, with best locker room in America, and the guys that want to get better every single day. So that's really important. And, those are our pitches with all these guys.
What role does Alex Barcello's impending decision to come back or not play in what you're doing in the transfer portal? And when do you expect to hear from Alex either way?
Alex is kind of taking his time and kind of figuring out everything he wants to do, looking at every scenario. And obviously it would be a huge, huge deal. This scholarship, just making sure we get the right guy. So we're not rushing anything. We're not rushing Alex. We want him to take his time, and at the end of the day, we want what's best for him. We want him to decide on his time and decide what's best for him at the end of the day.
And to be clear, our understanding is, because he'd be kind of this COVID exception, his scholarship would not, if Alex decides to come back, his scholarship would not count against the 13, right?
Correct. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would have, if he came back, then we'd have 14 scholarships, I think.
Coach, obviously every year there's going to be some differences from one year to the next, and you're going to make tweaks here and there. How different do you expect this upcoming season, that team to be compared to last year, whether it's from a schematic standpoint, rotation, things like how much of a difference should fans expect from last year to this year? You see a lot of changes?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some changes with how we defend, with Matt Harms leaving. Obviously, we'll have to change a little bit defensively in what we're doing, just because he was such a good rim protector. We kept him at the rim basically at all times. So we'll have to change a little bit what we're doing there. And then offensively, we're just going to put, whatever five guys, with this roster that, we'll just put them in the best situations that we can. It took us a little while with this last year's team to figure out the best way to make these guys successful offensively. And we didn't get a lot of time during the last summer to work with these guys. So hopefully we'll get this roster situated and be able to spend a little bit more time with this year's team and just kind of helping these guys. But we're expecting a big jump from a lot of the guys that are for sure returning, right? Gideon George, Caleb Lohner, Spencer Johnson, Trevin Nell. I mean, I can go down the list on all these guys that we expect a huge jump from. Hunter Erickson's been working his tail off. Obviously Richard Harwood, right? There's a lot of guys that are coming back and kind of know the system, kind of know what Coach Pope wants. And then we'll see who else we pick up, figure out exactly where T-John fits and kind of go from there.
John Rothstein tweeted the following, wanted to get your opinion on it. Sources, multiple mid-major programs are opting to not play guaranteed games against high-major programs because it gives power conference teams a free live evaluation of future players who could move up via the transfer portal. What's your opinion on that idea?
I mean, that makes no sense to me, because everybody wants to play. So I don't know where John's going with that one. He should just go back to his usual tweet is stay positive, test negative. Yeah, I don't know what that
Life is a gift. I think that's another one that's every day, right? Yeah. So that, in other words, you guys aren't going to schedule differently because of the transfer portal now. No. We want to play. We want to play the best. We want to. That's not changing anything. And yeah, I don't know
why he would tweet something like that, because that doesn't make a lot of sense. Everybody wants to play, and
I don't know why Randy Bennett told him that. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. I'm just kidding.
It really, yeah, it just doesn't make much sense on my end.
Well, and there's no question that the transfer portal has changed, collegiate sports. There's no question about it. I mean, it's obvious. In terms of how you guys view things, and you guys as a staff have been, very, very active, whether it's here at BYU, at Utah Valley, in the transfer portal.
On glaciers.
Yeah, on glaciers, waving flags. But do you guys view it, and by that I mean recruiting and the program, do you view it as long-term as maybe it used to be? Or is the program more on a year-to-year or maybe an every 2-year thing because there can be so much change with the transfer portal?
Yeah, I think it's more year-to-year right now, just with how everything's going. I think they're going to make more changes to the transfer deal next year or sometime in January or something. But it's a fluid situation every year. I think it's going to be looked at every single year, where we got to just put the best team on the floor every single year. Obviously, we'll have some 4-year guys for sure. But this year, this college basketball, as of right now, where it is, it's an every year thing that's going to be roster turnover for. I mean, you look at it with everybody. I think every team's averaging about 4 or 5 transfers this year. So it's going to be interesting to see if it changes anymore. But right now we're planning on, every year we just got to put our best foot forward, our best roster.
What changes are you alluding to in January with the transfer portal?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're going to make changes to graduate, transfers, or, this one-time exception rule. I don't know what
Gotcha.
they're going to change. But I last week, the NCAA came out with something that they weren't going to make any changes this last week, just because everyone was jumping in the transfer portal with the expectation of what was going on right now. So they didn't want to change stuff this summer. So I can see changes happening maybe in January or November, or who knows when the NCAA will want to make some changes to it.
Gotcha. And last question real quick. How's Gavin Baxter's recovery from injury coming along?
It's great. He's in the weight room right now. He's been on the floor a ton. I think in the next month or so he'll be running around a little bit more. But he looks great. He's got a great work ethic, and he's been awesome. So we're excited to get him back on the court here.
Well, that sounds great. One suggestion, maybe something on your door. Hey, I've got a BYUSN interview. Chris, please don't come in. Don't even knock. Just an idea. And also, congratulations to your wife on winning Teacher of the Year.
Yes.
At her school. You posted that the other day. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's her second time in 5 years.
Oh,
whoa.
2-time winner.
She's been killing it. She loves what she does, and she's way better at her job than I am at mine. So,
well, BYUSN will have to name the men's basketball assistant coach of the year, and we'll perhaps, you're one of the 3. We'll figure it out. Okay, Cody, we appreciate it.
33% chance.
Yes, you do. Like me from 3. Thanks, Cody.